All right, I accidentally hit the wrong button and cut me off after about 25 minutes. So I'm not going back to redo this whole video. So this is lesson 3 video part 2. It's the only way we can do it. I got cut off there. So we're going to go to the part 2. We were talking about Vasco de Balboa, the first European that we know of to actually see the Pacific Ocean. And I guess what I was talking about when I got cut off a while ago was guess what country he's from? Give you 3 guesses. That's right, Portugal, of course. I told you the Portuguese were some bad dudes. He was from Portugal. This is what he did. He was funded, of course, by Prince Henry the Navigator again. Now remember, Vasco had already found the all-water route to India, okay? But remember, the news of a new world over here, I guess what it did was it kind of changed everyone's attention, you know? Now think about it for just a minute. Think about it for a minute. If you were worried about silk and spices and trying to get to the Far East and get those so you can make money, but then there's a new world over here, and the Spanish come back with legends about gold. Gold? Now think. What would you rather have? Pepper? Piece of silk? Or gold? I don't know about you, but I want the gold. So Portugal changed their, they were changing their focus, okay? Yeah, we know how to get to India. Vasco da Gama did that, but we also want to change our focus over here to the New World. And that's what we want to look at. So Vasco de Balboa, he left Portugal right here, and he sailed west across the Atlantic, and he sailed through the Caribbean, and he landed somewhere right here in Central America, in probably what would be modern-day Panama. And of course, once he got there, he and his men, they were able to hack their way through the jungle. Panama is not a very wide country, so after they were exploring through the jungle for a while, went several days into the jungle, they step out and the land stopped. And they looked down at a brand new ocean that they'd never seen before, the Pacific Ocean. It's pretty amazing stuff. So I want you to look down at this notes again, because I have a picture. Anybody ever seen the movie Rocky? That's Rocky Balboa. Remember the scene in the movie where he's training for his fight and he runs up the steps at the courthouse in the middle of Philadelphia and he turns around and throws up his fist in the air and looks out over the streets of Philadelphia? Well, that's how I always remember Vasco de Balboa. Not Rocky Balboa, but just like Rocky Balboa ran up the steps. And he gets up there and he turns around and he goes. And he looks out over the city of Philadelphia. Vasco de Balboa hacked his way through the jungles. And Vasco de Balboa looked out over the Pacific Ocean. He was the first European that we know of to see and set his eyes on the Pacific Ocean. Vasco de Balboa, just like Rocky Balboa. There's only one more term in our notes, and that is Ferdinand Magellan himself. We talked about him, but you're going to have to remember Ferdinand Magellan for the test. Just remember, Magellan was gellan till he lost his melon. His crew was the first to sail all the way around the world. So, I'm so sorry that this is going to be 2 separate little videos, but I accidentally cut the first one off, and after 25 minutes, I wasn't going to go back and redo this. This is all pretty organic and just made up on the spot anyway. So, I guess to end this lesson up a little bit, yes, I won the Grease watermelon race, but Portugal won the race to India. They found it. But Columbus had discovered the whole new world, and everyone wanted to start to get in on that. They wanted a piece of the action, so to speak. They wanted to grab a piece of that pizza. And England was no different. They had sat back long enough. So Giovanni Caboto, John Cabbage Cabot, he was the one that was set sail for the King of England, and he claimed land in the New World for England. That land would later on become the British colonies, which later on would become the United States of America. And it all happened because people in Europe were trying to get to the Far East so that they could get silk and spices and bring them back and make money. History is strange that way. Wow. Now you know the rest of the story. Hope you took really good notes. Look in the lesson for the assignments to work on. And I will see you in school and help answer any of the questions. Be sure to message me on Schoology if you have a problem. And in the meantime, we're up to 18 subscribers on my YouTube channel. I think we're going viral. Coach Eads, peace out.